Hello, my name is Jalissa Munivez,
My name is Christian.
And I'm Ryan.
and today we're going to talk to you about the structures of a cell. So I'm going to begin with talking about the nucleus, which is also known as the brain of the cell. Ribosomes are made in this little spot right here, which is called the nucleus. It is then pushed through the nucleoplasm into the nuclear envelope, where it is then distributed through the nuclear pores, which are these little holes right here. As it escapes through the pores, it usually attaches itself to either the cytoplasm or the rough endoplasmic reticulum. The ribosomes are basically organelles that make proteins.
So one of those structures, organelles, that ribosomes attach to coming out of the nucleus is the rough endoplasmic reticulum. What the rough endoplasmic reticulum does is it, with the help of ribosomes, creates proteins. And those proteins that are made within the rough endoplasmic reticulum get kind of like transported to the Golgi apparatus.
So once it gets sent to the Golgi apparatus, they're then modified and are then going to be transported or distributed to be either secreted or to be used internally within the cell.
Something that looks like the rough endoplasmic reticulum, which is this structure right here, is a smooth endoplasmic reticulum, which is this structure right here. The difference is rough endoplasmic reticulum have the ribosomes that help create proteins. The smooth endoplasmic reticulum don't, and that changes the function of them slightly because the smooth endoplasmic reticulum will make lipids and hormones that are kind of produced throughout the cell. The other structure or organelle that ribosomes connect to is a cytoplasm, which is the jelly-like structure within all cells that separates organelles from each other. And they also help with calming down the enzymes that are kind of used in the lysosome. So what the lysosome is the trash can of the cell, and what they mean by that is dead or previously used like organelles or materials within the cell will be sent to the lysosome to be digested, and it's activated when the dead or used like organelle is put in there, and that excites the enzymes, and once everything is digested, those enzymes will be sent to the cytoplasm, and the cytoplasm will kind of like calm those enzymes down. And that prevents the lysosome from kind of destroying the entire cell.
Right. And something else that is similar to a lysosome is the processome. And their job is they usually contain one or more enzymes which could or can oxidize fatty acids and as well as amino acids. And then in your centrosomes, the centrosome is basically the microtubule organizing center of the cell. That's what they're in charge of, and they're composed of two centrioles, which centrioles are usually arranged in 9 sets of short triplets, microtubule triplets, which are arranged in a cylindrical manner. And that's how their structure is. And right after that, we have
The cilia.
cilia.
Okay, so the cilia is basically a hair-like structure that is dispersed throughout the outside of the cell. So a lot of people get confused with like the flagella and the cilia, but they're completely different structures of the cell. So the flagella is a tail-like structure that propels prokaryote cells.
And it's that right there.
Yeah.
And this is our flagella.
So going back to the
Usually where cilia is produced from is the centrioles. They're in charge of producing cilia, actually, which then are spurred throughout the whole exterior of the cell.
Okay, now we just go to the plants. Oh wait,
Cell membrane.
did you talk about last one?
Oh yeah, last part of this cell, where the cell membrane, or the plasma membrane, also known as, basically it's the exterior of the cell, and it's in charge of what comes in and what comes out, so it's semi-permeable. It allows things that it actually needs, and it allows things to exit, things that it does not need. And then for the plant cell,
So for the plant cell, they have a cell membrane, but they also have something called a cell wall, which is kind of outside. It's like an outside barrier of the cell membrane. It's this thick
wall basically,
wall,
right?
basically, yeah. And the main use for that is to keep water trapped within the cell, so no water gets expelled from the cell.
Okay, so the vacuoles.
Yeah, vacuole.
So the vacuoles basically contain water in the plant cell.
Right. And then one of the most important places of the plant cell, the chloroplast, that's where photosynthesis occurs. That's where it happens, and that's where the plant cell receives all the energy.
Okay, so in the vacuoles, it usually stores either water, food, sugar, minerals, and waste products. Yep.
Pretty much sums it up,
And
right?
that's it. We're done. Bye,
There you go.